What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I'm back again with another video. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Rivah. It's very nice to meet you. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. And as I always say, make sure you guys leave your comments in the comment section down below. It does not matter how you feel about this video. We all want to talk about it. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's at RIVAH_JORDON. And as promised, this is the video that I told you guys that, based on the title, you can already see. I'm interested to see how this conversation goes. I know you guys are probably really interested to see how this conversation goes. We're jumping right into the video.
Why would that be? I'm not saying like you said, your cousin or whoever was wherever.
And hey, I want to say though, it's not because. Wait, but you have to ask the black man why he maybe doesn't want that. You're just assuming it's based on racism.
I just wanted
to be. You can have an experience with a group.
So wait a minute. So first off, okay, right off the bat, a couple seconds in, Kay is having a conversation now with Melanie, who Melanie was not being disrespectful when everyone was holding Kay accountable for cutting people off. She was not disrespecting her. She was saying, let's just go ahead and move on. We don't need to argue about it. Let's just agree to disagree. And everything was fine. Now she's having the exact conversation with Melanie. Okay, so the two of them are having dialogue. Kay is talking. Melanie now, inserts herself into the conversation. Quote unquote, cuts her off and starts naming her point. And the first thing Kay does is, oh, is this a problem? Is this a problem? Because she's cutting me off. She's cutting me off. The only person who was literally, trying to move on from the argument of Kay cutting people off. Just pointing that out. From you guys know we're all watching this together. So I'm just pointing this little piece out.
Women. And I will say across the board, as I've talked to men and black men in particular, it's not that they hate black women. They love black women. They want a black woman. That's usually a black man's first choice. But usually he can't find the black woman who is fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative. It's all this pushback, and it's always the need to be right. And if we're honest, we can be argumentative. We can tell it like it is. But no, Kay, you've been dominating the conversation tonight. And I think some of us want to talk.
You heard what she said? She said, you've been dominating this conversation, and I think some of us want to talk. So the same person that they were trying to say was not holding somebody accountable is, I don't know the order, right? Obviously, this has to be after that conversation that we just saw. But she's like, nah. At this point, you're doing too much. I want to be able to talk too. I want to be able to say something too. And I think this is the accountability that they were maybe talking about prior, but she's having no problem saying that because she's talking about something that she's passionate about also.
It's like you're having a conversation with yourself.
Melanie, I see you're trying to
over. I'm not. I'm just
and you don't have to backtrack on that line.
Melanie's trying to get points back just to be right.
Kay said Melanie's trying to get some points back.
You're not really saying anything new.
Okay.
You're just arguing for the sake of it, but you're not presenting anything new or factual, and you're just assuming that black men are racist when they're not. Black men are not racist because they date outside their race.
I like that. Okay, so whether Kay is saying that she's doing this to get points back or not, whether Kay is saying they called you out and now you're officially taking your stance or not, I feel like the points that she's making while she's saying what she's saying to Kay is real. It's actually how it's the truth. Everybody does want to get a word in. She obviously, as we can see by the video before where everybody was holding her accountable, she does feel like she was dominating the conversation. And it's a little tickling because, Anton is looking with a smile of approval. But I feel like what she's saying to her is accurate when in regards to the dialogue that they're having. I do feel that way.
Just assume that it's internalized racism.
I didn't say they were racist.
You said, isn't that internalized racism? Isn't that a form of racism, or am I wrong?
You're wrong.
I'm not trying to go at you or argue with you, but literally you have dominated this panel, and we get it. Okay, we got your point. I think everyone knows what you're saying.
Melanie.
You don't have to say it over and over. Can other people talk? Kay has been quiet. Q has been quiet while you keep going back and forth. And I don't like the narrative that you're putting out there about black men.
Oh my goodness.
Because unless you've talked to them and studied them and actually had one-on-ones, you don't know what you're talking about.
You're trying to redeem yourself, and I get it.
Yes, I need to redeem myself because it's middle school, and I want the captain of the football team to pick me. Listen, I'm a grown. I don't need validation from the internet. Trust me, I'm not new to the game, so don't talk down on me with your shaming language. I don't need your.
Okay, guys. Based off of this video, I understand that Kay is calling her out. But I do feel like Melanie reached a point in this conversation where she feel like she ultimately had enough. That's how I feel, based off of watching this. I don't know. Again, I don't know her. I don't know the situation, But based off of the conversation that she's having and she's not stopping, I feel like she's ultimately had enough. I feel like maybe early in the conversation she was just trying to keep the peace. She didn't have time for the foolishness. She didn't want to keep going on and on. She just wanted to move on. And now when Kay, because she was, like I said, she's the one who in the last video was like, oh, let's just move on. Don't worry about it. Let's not argue about this. And then Kay flipped the script on her and was like, oh, is this wrong? Is this wrong? She's cutting me off. She's cutting me off. I think Melanie might have felt like, okay, nah, I can't do this anymore. I can't hold this anymore. I was trying to be nice. It's my first time on this show. I'm trying to be cool, but now it's too much. And I like the fact that Melanie called out the shaming tactics. I really appreciate the fact that she called that out and addressed it. She didn't breeze past it or ignore it or act like it wasn't happening. She stepped up to it and called it out. And was like, no, I see what you're trying to do, but I really don't care.
Language. You can back down, put your whiskers away, put your tail away. We get it. I know. Can't nobody tell you nothing. But we have all been quiet and let you go on and on. And you cannot stand to not hear your own voice for 1 minute. And it's overbearing. It's overbearing. And what you just said about black men is unfair. Because let me tell you something. You know why? You know why I take exception to that? Because I have a black father who has gone to hell and back to support me from my childhood. This man is 72. Recently, his cancer just came back. And I went through the hardest time in my life. And that man, my mother is disabled. My father has cancer. And I'm not trying to redeem myself. This is not a popularity contest. If you don't like me, say la vie, Godspeed and God bless. I don't give a damn. But I'm going to tell you what, I am tired of black men being put down and said who they are when every black man in my family is a good man. No, they're a great man. And particularly my father. When I went through the hardest time in my life, as I'm going through now, he got my elderly mother, he got my disabled mother, and him still with cancer. They moved down here to be with me and to take care of me. My father said, I don't care what else I got going on. He's calling his cancer doctor and find out, can he have surgery down here? Because he don't want to leave me when I'm down bad. I got uncles that took care of me.
Yes.
So when you tell me I'm here because I want to redeem myself, no, I am sick of the one-sided narrative about black men. Now, if you want to talk statistically about all men, black men have been improving more than any other group in this country.
Oh my goodness, Melanie.
I'm sorry. Listen, don't give me the shaming. Oh, I'm sorry. You're just so emotional. Yes, I am. Because that's what women should be. When something hits,
I didn't call you
emotional all night. Everything is about you. You got to be the.
Okay, pause. Because we went somewhere else, and I'm trying to come back to the point. Okay, so she's just saying that. So here's where she reveals when when Logic said like, oh, wasn't your panel about holding women accountable? No, her platform is there to defend the one-sided narrative that has been pushed about our men. So here's where she genuinely answers that question. You know, she's putting it, she just being 100% and expressing herself, you know, and just telling the truth about the situations as she sees it. You know, as she sees how people are talking about black men, as she sees how people, you know, put them down and this and this and that. So here is where she expresses it. This is why I genuinely, when I saw this, I think it was advertised on the last video on the end, I had to just jump in and click on it and react to it because, like I said, I do feel like there's some parts of conversations that you need to listen to the full thing. You need to listen to all of it because you can get the wrong context, and you can get the wrong impression of somebody by watching one part and not watching the other. So and again, she has her foot like on the gas when she's talking to Kay, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And it feels like she's just authentically expressing herself about the situation, and she just got fed up. That's what I think. I don't know what you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, but that's what I think. And you know, she said if you don't like me too damn bad, and listen, a lot of people like Melanie. Okay, let's just be real. People may not like her, but a lot of people really like her.
So we get it. I'm a bow out. You got it now.
I didn't call you emotional.
Go ahead. Let's listen to a diatribe for another 10 minutes.
Perfect. I didn't call you emotional, Melanie. What in the world are you talking about? I was actually having a regular conversation with Anton, as we do every week. And you came in because you probably saw the comments talking about she's a chameleon. So you're like, I gotta hold someone accountable. Kay is the number one enemy. Let's do it. I get it. I've been here before. People do this. I mean, I've seen it happen multiple times. It's fine. I still think you're a great woman. I thank you for sharing your story with us. I'm not mad at you at all. But I was talking.
You don't even hear yourself. You don't hear your tone. You are so condescending in tone,
Mm-hmm.
and you think it's just normal conversational tone, and that's what's scary. And this is why when a lot of
I'm not gonna lie, Kay can be very condescending. Kay can be very condescending and passive aggressive. That is true. Like when she's talking, she has a way of doing that. That is true. But from being somebody who has been on the show, one thing that I can say though is that when you come on, you know, she's willing to just have a dialogue with you, you know, but she might put you in a predicament to show who you are because she might maneuver a certain way to see what you're really made of. Like I feel like she does have that in her, or she does have that ability to do that, you know, where she will come on and, you know, smile and all that stuff, but she might put you in a space that the real you is going to have to either step up to the plate or show yourself, you know? And the thing is, I don't know. I mean, I feel like, let's hear the rest of the video because everybody's face is doing all types of stuff. So let's just go to the rest of the video.
Times, you know, if somebody has had experiences, if we get back to the question and not your lesson to me, but if we get back to the question about is when it went into the direction of black men, it was talking about all people at first. But if we get back to it and to say that it's internalized racism, for some people it is, but it is not the vast majority. Most people are open to people. Most black men want to marry black women and want to be with black women. What they're finding difficult right now is if you ask black men. Are you asking black men? Or are you just assuming?
Okay,
and if they tell the truth,
Melanie,
it's just so you believe that they're lying. They don't have a reason to lie. If they're not dating black women, what do they care what black women think?
You're going really hard for no reason.
Okay, I know. When you have no argument, you're gonna attack. You're gonna attack my style, and you're gonna come some other way because you have no facts and logic. You have no facts and logic. You just want to argue from an emotional place. I know, shame me. I know. I just want to be liked so much. I need so much validation. You're right. I can't get it no way but to come on this show and argue with you. You are that special. You're that special, Kay. I can't get nobody to pay attention to me unless I come on this show and take you down.
Are you okay?
No, I'm just tired of your voice.
I was
over and over
talking to Anton.
You're talking to everyone. It's a one-sided conversation with you. And you're not saying anything new. If you were actually spitting facts or actually had something new to say, it's just over and over until you browbeat a person into agreeing with you, but they never do.
You're the winner.
So you got to know when to let it go. Like I'm going to do now.
Good job, Melanie. Perfect.
Miss Melanie, what is your
Okay,
cash
so
app?
Anton.
No, I totally agree. Hey, Miss
What
is your cash app? Hold on, wait.
Anton, Chicago. Anton, what I was saying though, because a lot of what Melanie was saying, I agree with. I do not think that all men, I don't think all black men are in that situation of self-hate and whatnot, as I specified earlier on multiple occasions when I mentioned.
Okay, you try to backtrack now. You try to backtrack.
Stop.
Watch your
So
tone.
it's also,
Hold on, y'all. Simmer down, family. Simmer down.
So when I was talking to Anton earlier, I said it, I think twice, that I get it if you grow up a certain place and whatnot, if you have a preference or if that's who you're around. I said that. And if you, but my thing is, if you are like, I do not find black women attractive at all, and you're black, like, I think that you have been indoctrinated with the racist ideologies that are very pervasive within this country. That's all
Fake
I'm saying.
news.
So let me ask you a question,
That's
Kay.
all I'm saying. So I would.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Let me ask
That's
you a question.
fake news. What you're saying is incorrect.
Oh
It's
my
a
goodness.
fallacy
Let
in your
Anton
argument
talk.
that's not based on fact. It's based on your feelings. It
Okay.
is not a fact
He is
that
right.
black
He is
men are
right, Kay.
racist
Okay.
just because
Anton,
they
what were
are
you
not
agree.
dating black women. I'm
What were you about
sorry.
to say?
I
It's
agree.
the same way
Look,
black
hey,
women
Miss,
refuse to
wait,
date white
hold
men
on.
are
One
not.
at a time,
I don't
speaking here, so
understand.
one at a
I
time.
don't
One at a time.
understand.
Black women who date white
okay.
men are
I
they?
don't-
Do they
okay.
have internalized racism? Are you
wait,
saying
wait.
that does it
haven't
go both
talked
ways?
all night.
Does it go both ways? I just want to.
Oh man, I was waiting for Kayla to talk because I this was the first time I've ever seen her just sit all the way back and be like, like Kayla and Q. The last video in this video were kind of just like, this is interesting, Now I do want to point out something. I want to go back to the part that Kay was actually expressing what she was trying to say initially, and I want to touch on something that Kay said.
It's just over and over until you browbeat a person into agreeing with you. But like I'm gonna do now.
Good job, Melanie. Perfect.
Miss Melanie, what is your
Okay,
cash
so
app?
Anton.
No,
I
totally agree. Hey, Miss is your cash app? Hold on, wait.
Simmer down.
Chicago. Anton, what I was saying though, because a lot of what Melanie was saying, I agree with. I do not think that all men, I don't think all black men are in that situation of self-hate and whatnot, as I specified earlier on multiple occasions when I mentioned.
Okay, you try to backtrack now.
Stop.
Watch your
So
tone.
it's also.
Hold on, y'all. Simmer down, family. Simmer down.
So when I was talking to Anton earlier, I said it, I think twice, that I get it if you grow up a certain place and whatnot, if you have a preference or if that's who you're around. I said that. And if you, but my thing is, if you are like, I do not find black women attractive at all, and you're black, like, I think that you have been indoctrinated with the racist ideologies that are very pervasive within this country.
Now, okay, this is the point that I want to. Now, she used the term, if you are black and you say you don't find black women attractive, I feel like you're indoctrinated. I don't know if it's when she says attractive, I'm gonna take it like in a different route. But at this very moment in this conversation, I agree with what Kay is saying. At this very moment, this is not the majority. This is a small piece of the pie. Okay, a very small piece of the pie that they feel like if they themselves are dark skinned and they don't like to go out in the sun, they hide from the sun, or they purposely change the texture of their hair. I'm saying their hair, or they purposely like don't want their skin to have their child to have a certain hair texture, skin pigment. I believe, I don't know for a fact, but I believe that's what she's talking about. And when I did that video about the Latina women and black women or whatever, I even spoke about that as well. So I understand where she's coming from and what it is that she's saying. There has been a sense of indoctrination to a portion of people that feel like white is right, and they feel like, if your hair is a certain texture, if your skin is a certain color, if you're this or if you're that you are better. So what she's saying right here in this segment, I cannot say that she's wrong, because I know that to be true. Whether I know that to be true with maybe 5 or 10 or 20, 30 people, or I done a study on the whole country, I still know that that's a very true statement that she's making, and that's not a lie. And if I'm gonna be real and be Rivah and be honest, I do know that to be true. However, do I feel like it is the greater majority that thinks that way? I don't think so.
That's all
Fake
I'm saying.
news.
So let me ask you a question, Kay.
That's all I'm saying. So
wait.
Go ahead.
Let me ask
That's
you a
fake
question.
news. What you're saying is incorrect.
Oh
it's
my
a
goodness.
fallacy
Let
in your
Anton
argument
talk.
that's not based on fact. It's based on your feelings.
Okay.
It is not a fact.
He is right.
See, I don't know if this is I don't think that's a fallacy that's based on facts and feelings. I feel like that is based off experience of knowing people. That's just my opinions. However, okay, because again, Rivah, I have to be honest. However, I like the fact that Melanie called her out about that, saying fact and feelings, because when the shoe was on the other foot, Kay is always, did you do any research? What are the numbers? Do you know? How do you know that? Where can I find that online? Where can I find that on the internet? Like, she's very much like that. So the fact that she's asking her that question, the fact that she's telling her that that's based off of fallacy and feelings, and that there's no, true fact behind that, I think that might be why all the men on the top are laughing, because they know that if it was the other way around, that Kay would be like, what's the statistics? What's the numbers? Where you get that from? Where can I research that? Drop it in the back chat. I need to go click the link and find out this information.
Black
Okay.
men are
Right,
racist
Okay.
just because
Anton,
they
what were
are
you
not
agree.
dating black women. I'm
What were you about
sorry.
to say?
I
It's
agree.
the same.
Guys, what do you think about this entire dialogue? I'm talking about from the last video and this video. What do you guys think about this dialogue? What are your true and utter feelings about this situation? I want to know. I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what you guys feel. I feel like with both of these videos, I've been 100% authentic and honest. I'm not holding anything back. We're having a conversation. We're watching all together. Okay, I didn't watch any of the stuff from before. So let me know. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this. Again, hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's @RIVAH_JORDO. And thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah. Love you.